Hi, my name is Cheryl Sale. I'm teacher of the Hard of Hearing and Deaf. I'm also an audiologist. If you're watching this video, that means that you are going to have a student in your classroom with a hearing impairment, or you're the case manager for one. Instead of trying to pull everyone into one room to have a face-to-face in-service, we've developed this video to save your time and give you a reference to go back to should you need it. Students with hearing aids, cochlear implants, or those with a hearing loss that choose not to use assistive technology have a great disadvantage in any situation where we're trying to listen to gain information. So I wanted to share just a couple of quick things with you. But I'm also sending in the email this list of teacher tips. I will not read this to you. You're all very smart people who have teaching degrees, and I know you can read. So I will leave that for you to take just a few minutes to read now and maybe to refer back to at a later date. So a hearing aid or a cochlear implant has microphones on it to pick up sound. And those microphones work best at a distance from 3 feet to 6 feet. That is about the distance of my arm length and your arm length if we were to fist pump. Once you go past that 6-foot range, your student isn't hearing as well as people do with normal hearing in a listening environment. So we need to do other things like provide them with a sound field system, such as the Red Cat that we talked about earlier, or a personal FM system where the teacher wears a microphone and the student has special receivers on their devices to help them pick that up. Just because a student can hear you does not mean that they are understanding the speech clearly. I often have people tell me, oh, my students hear everything I say. Well, they might hear you talking, but the fact that they have a hearing loss that makes certain sounds within speech harder to detect, even though we increase the amplitude of the sound, it still sounds distorted to them, makes their listening comprehension a lot less than other people. So we need to give them accommodations to help them have a level playing field in your classroom. One of the things you'll be receiving from me on an individualized basis is the accommodations that are listed in your student's IEP. And it's important that you look at those accommodations, remind yourself of those accommodations on a regular basis, and do your best to implement those accommodations. If you have questions at any time about your student's performance, about how you can modify your instruction to best meet the needs of a child with a hearing impairment, I would love to talk to you. Within the email that you receive is all my contact information, email address, cell phone number, and you're welcome to call or text me at any time. I'm looking forward to working with you, and thank you ahead of time for the work that you're going to put into making students successful.